Okay, you gotta rip in, you gotta introduce the podcast, and then just start asking me and Mark out questions.
All right, welcome back to another episode. All right, let's get into it. What's your favourite body science product? Talk to me.
And I'm on the same path as you. I'm a fan of the RTDs. I hear you're a massive fan of the RTDs, and you're going to come and work with us after your footy career selling them.
Massive fan of RTDs. Where can you get 30 grams of protein and less than 200 calories? Nowhere else.
Wow, I love that. He's good, isn't he?
That's excellent.
Hey,
I
that's
love it.
our favourite.
That is perfect.
You know what I mean? Someone who struggles with his weight, that's just the perfect product for myself. You know what I mean?
Which part of weight are you struggling with, mate? Is that to keep it on during the season or just the other side?
No, keeping it off.
Yeah, the ugly side. Hey,
yeah. So it works for. I guess it works for both, doesn't it? Like you can get an easy protein hit, or for someone like me, it's like a cool snack and not many calories, and you're still hitting protein macro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jump in, dietitian. Let's go.
Yeah, well said. Absolutely. Yeah. What's your? Let's talk about what your weight is or optimal weight throughout season, please. I mean, I think this will be really interesting to the listeners. Like optimal weight.
At the start of the season, around now, I'm 105, 106, right? But I find the emotions of the season, it actually affects me, and like the wins and losses, you don't train as much. I find throughout the year I put on weight, and towards the back end I might be 110. Okay. That's me. Whereas other players struggle to hold weight. They lose weight throughout the year. So I'm sort of in a different category to some of them, you know?
Okay. You'll put
one of the chosen ones.
Yeah. So you're saying that's purely because of some emotional eating that goes
some
with
of
the
it's definitely emotional. Yeah. Some you don't train as much. I don't think you train as much as during the year. But definitely my eating. Say we have a loss or whatever, I can tend to drop off or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
You take your losses pretty hard, I got told.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's almost a coping mechanism. Go and eat.
And it is for so many people.
Put my hand up, I'm with you.
Of course.
I'm with you all the way.
Super common. That's interesting to hear that from our profile athlete, that's true. I don't thought
human,
that happens in like it's still human. Yeah.
Still humans.
Still got that emotional eating side that can be susceptible to. So true.
Yeah, so that's always been a struggle for me. And then I also struggle in when we finish the season and we've got to come back in 2 months or whatever, I struggle to keep my skin folds down or whatever. So I found that later in my career, RTDs have been a real positive for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, good.
Just hold that thing in your hand.
Literally.
Hold it in your hand.
You get sometimes you get them almost close to frozen and they're dead set like an ice cream.
Yeah, that's good. I don't mind them like that, actually. There's a little treat. We've never done that. See, he should be our social media coordinator.
That's so good.
We've never done that on a social post either.
No, exactly.
You ever had a half frozen one?
I have not even had that.
Really?
Look at that. I'm learning.
Like getting to the point where it's almost frozen and it's just like, it's very nice.
Yeah, you can get in the bottle and crush it up. It's
Yeah, brilliant.
It's got a good taste.
Banana, choc, vanilla, works for all of them.
I'm a vanilla man, but it works for both.
Yeah.
Mate, you touched on the fact that you're, I hope I used the right word here, you're a perfectionist. Is that a good way to put it? You take your losses really heavily. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to do, definitely want to do well. Yeah, it's very competitive and, sometimes when things aren't going well, I struggle with it. Yeah, definitely.
And is that something from growing up with your brothers? Like you're all obviously hit the elite athlete stage in a massive way. Is that what brought that competitiveness out in you, or are you just a standalone and this is me and this is who I am?
No, definitely growing up, we're very competitive. You know, we've always played sport our whole life and that sort of thing. And I think another thing, like because we grew up on northern beaches or whatever, we know the expectation of the community and all that sort of thing. And we want Manly to go well. Not only as players, but we just want Manly to go well. You know what I mean? And when it's not going great, it is sometimes tough, and you do take it hard. But on the other hand, when you have a great win like we did over in Vegas, it's special, you know, and it's great times.
I want to jump on Vegas in a second, but back in 2013, when you were first selected to play for Manly, what was that like for you getting picked up by your community? You were just talking about that. You just talked about like the whole place lives and breathes footy there. What was it like to actually make a team, grow up there, then make the team, and still be in the team? What is it, 2024 now, like 11 years later?
Yeah, it was so special. It was obviously very unexpected. I was playing under 20s at the time, and Jeff Tuvey was the coach. And in 2013, I don't know if you remember, Manly made the grand final, so they had a great side, and they were already in the top 4. And the last round, he rested players. So me and Clint Gutherson got to debut here at Brookie in the last round. It was such a special moment. And all my family was so proud, and it was just it was so cool. Yeah.
Do you come from a family that was headlock and we're playing rugby league, or did you come from a family that said we can just do whatever you want in life?
No, definitely could do whatever we want, but rugby league was we all loved it. So I got 3 younger brothers. We all played growing up for the Manly Raiders, and then it was a big part of our life. I guess Dad was the president, Mum was in the canteen, that sort of thing. So we're always down there. It was met lots of great people, that sort of thing. So it was a really big part of our upbringing. But we played cricket as well, and whatever. We're allowed to do whatever we want, really. But footy was our passion, you know what I mean? That's what we love doing, and very lucky that I get to play with 2 of my brothers at the moment, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty special. That doesn't happen a lot, does it? It's only happened a couple of times in the NRL, hasn't it?
Yeah, there's been a few, but it's pretty cool. Like, I probably in recent years realised how special it is. Like, when me and Tom started playing, we started quite young, so we probably took it for granted.
Yeah.
And then since Ben's come in, seeing how hard he's had to work and that sort of thing, I realise how special it is. Sometimes you get a bit emotional, you know what I mean? How cool it is, and seeing how hard he tries. And, you know, he had a great game over in Vegas. I was just so proud, you know?
Yeah, that's unreal. That's unreal. So, mate, let's talk about Vegas. You've dropped it a few times. What do you, before we talk about the footy and stuff, because, I mean, people saw the footy, there's been 1,000 shows on it. What was it like for you as a player to go to Vegas? Were you thinking, fuck this, like, Jesus, I've got to travel away, we're playing in America, no one's going to care? Or was it like, cannot get there quick enough, this is the future of rugby league for the NRL?
I didn't really know what to think. Obviously, I was excited we got the experience, but after coming back, I'll tell you, it was one of the greatest life experiences ever, you know what I mean? Like, to get to go over there with your teammates, and in my case, my brothers, and then all my family went over. It was so special, you know, and I think we did it really well because we stayed in Vegas the whole time.
Yeah, okay.
Whereas other clubs sort of stayed elsewhere and come in later. So we actually really got a good experience at Vegas earlier on in the week before we had to really knock it down.
Yeah.
You know, so it was really cool to get around. We went and seen the Grand Canyon. We did all these shows, that sort of thing. It was really, really special time, you know. And then when it was time to train hard, we trained hard, and it obviously the result made it an even better trip. You know, that's how you look back on it and how you perform. We performed really well. So it was such a good experience. I'm really glad we did it, and just really, really grateful for it.
That's great.
So well said, actually, because you made the most of the actual journey. Also, you weren't only looking at that. Obviously, the game was the priority, but you also really settled in and enjoyed the experience. Went to the shows and things like that. You know, Greg, in a very small way, to quickly deviate, that was the same as me back in 2013 when I won this world title in fitness modeling. Was in Vegas, and we went over, and the rest of the team that were there competing, sort of like representing Australia in a way, they were so dedicated. They were just in the gym every day. They only were so fixated on the actual competition. They wouldn't allow themselves, a restaurant meal or show or anything. And I was just embracing being in Vegas and really just cruising, just behaving, but cruising down the strip and taking in all the sights. And I went and watched a Rod Stewart concert.
Rod Stewart.
Yeah, when watched him just sort of the day before the show. And but just to soak it all up and really enjoy the experience, and then good luck. Well, whatever happens, at least I've got this memory, and then of course it turned out to be a success for myself also. But I think I can relate in a small way to what you're saying there. Like you made the most of the journey, took in the sights, and that maybe contributed to why you were so settled and ready for game day also.
Definitely, I definitely agree, and we've got to give credit to our club, I guess. There, they treated us as young men. They gave us. Trusted us to, go and do the right thing or whatever. And early in the week, and then when it was time to switch on, time to narrow the focus, we really, really got things right. And just, as you said, the end result obviously makes the big picture look even better, but it all went well, and it was just a really great life experience for us, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Mate, what was the crowd like? Was the cheering happening at the right time, or was it?
Yeah, it was great. It had real Origin atmosphere, like they blocked off the top bit, so there was no one up the very top, but from the sort of the 2 tiers down, there was like 45,000, and obviously it was a narrower field, so everyone was in a bit closer or whatever. It was was really cool atmosphere, and it was great to run out to that round one. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Origin, you would look good in a maroon jersey, but I don't want to go on about it. Wow, well, this podcast has stopped. Did you?
Yeah, it's just Mike's cut out.
It's not very, very patriotic to, first of all, Manly, and obviously to the Blues. So that would be the case, right? Yeah. I mean, what's your State of Origin career, or where are we up to over there for yourself?
Well, like what? Sorry, what's my career?
Your career as far as your State of Origin games played and things like that.
Yeah, I've played 16 so far. So obviously, love getting to represent the Blues at any opportunity. You know, it's a great experience, and I've been lucky enough to play alongside Tom and had some really great career moments in that jersey. You know, like some really special times. So it's been great, and obviously love to keep being there. But you know, you're getting older, so who knows?
Yeah,
just keep my fingers crossed.
Yeah.
We're the official hydration, energy, and supplement partner of the New South Wales Blues this year.
Oh, beautiful!
Just want to put it on Mike that it fucking kills me that we're doing that, but I'm about the athletes. I've got to get past. I'm about the athletes, and you know.
You got a soft spot now, eh?
I do. Look, I might have to. I'm actually born in Sydney. I don't tell that very often when I'm doing my Queensland stories, but first played footy in Queensland though.
So you're born in Sydney and go for Queensland.
Yeah, but I first played footy in Queensland.
That's disappointing.
Yeah,
that is disappointing. So coming from South Africa, so how do you explain that, Jack? This is a disappointment?
Yeah, definitely disappointment.
Yeah,
definitely. Turncoat, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, turncoat's a good word. It is a strong word too. Mate, speaking of like turncoats in the same theory, what's it like to know that you've been able to play for the same team in the same jersey? Let's just say you wanted to play another 5 years and Manly thought, no, you got one more left, and you so in your head I've got 4 more I want to play. How would you feel putting on a different jersey now that your career's been what it's been?
Oh, it'd be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be obviously something I've never really thought about doing, or hopefully obviously it doesn't have to happen. So yeah, it'd be very tough. As you said, growing up here and playing here my whole career, it's sort of all I know, you know what I mean? And getting to play alongside my brothers, it's just so special. And yeah, I'd struggle. I definitely really struggle.
It'd be hard too. You'd actually have to drive over the bridge every day.
Yeah, that's it. It'd be more about the tolls, mate.
How's the team looking this year, mate? Round one looked good, but
yeah, it was a good start. But you know, obviously, you don't want to get ahead of yourself. It's only one game, one win. We had a big game this week against the Roosters. They're a quality side. They had a great win against Brisbane over in Vegas, you know, and we know how good they are. So it's going to be a tough one for us, a real big test, but just keep building. You know, it's a long year, 24 rounds or whatever. So just got to keep getting better and better and not get ahead of yourself, you know, keep working hard.
Yeah. Mate, speaking of playing footy, being competitive, back at the old household when you guys used to play footy on your knees before it was, you know, the real deal getting out in the field, who used to win the most in lounge room footy out of you guys?
It depended, right? So for this four of us,
just so you know, okay.
Sorry,
I got you.
Okay. So depended on the dimensions, right? If it was a small field, it really played into my favour, right? Yep. So it'd be me and Luke versus Tom and Ben. They had us for pace, you know. So when the field got a bit bigger, it was tough for us, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
So tramp footy or whatever, we'd win that because it was real confined, you know, like a cage.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. Wow, cage footy. There's a go. She's invented a new game too. He's on a roll.
I think the NRL would love it because the ball would never go out, just bounce in and play on. There'd never be a stoppage.
Not paying for referees.
Yeah.
Or one in the middle.
They'd find ways to penalise.
Yeah, find ways to do it. So, mate, how's the rig? Are you a long-term rugby league player? Are you getting to the end of your career? Where are we at?
Oh, well, I just turned 30, so in rugby league terms, I guess that is towards the back end, you know?
Yeah.
I feel not too bad, you know. It's been lucky. They look after you. You've got great trainers and whatever and do all the right things. And obviously great products like Body Science, you know, that just keep you in good nick, you know?
There you go.
Sorry, mate, I lost your hearing then. What'd you say? No, that's gold here. Do you have any aspiration to coach or anything at the end of career?
I haven't thought about it too much, but I think just my passion for this club or whatever and wanting it to do well, like to be involved some way, but I haven't really thought about it too much. Hopefully got a couple more years left and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm old. Don't worry, but I'm just talking like an old bloke. Don't worry about what I'm saying. Forget it. Shouldn't even gone there. Really. Think about it.
What is the average age actually, Jake? So you're 30. I'm surprised that you say that's near the. Well, what's the average age?
I couldn't tell you what the average age is, but I guess in rugby league, if you go like early 30s to mid 30s is a good career. Like our captain Cherry Evans, he's 35, but he's sort of like an exception. You know what I mean? He's in such good nick at 35. Like not many people would probably be playing at that age.
Okay.
So it's probably like early 30s to mid 30s.
Yeah. But you started at 2019. Yeah, 19 or 20 years of age. Yeah.
It's a long career when you think about it.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
To get up week after week and do what you do, it's an amazing thing that your body can. Yeah. It's so resilient to play that. I know you train for it, and obviously you're mentally fit in that space. Yeah. You're mentally fit in that space.
What about any major injuries?
It is tough. Like it is. I find it mentally tough sometimes. Especially like I don't know, you put a lot of pressure on yourself and that sort of thing. As time's gone on, you just want to go well, and you put pressure on yourself and whatever. It does get quite tough at times. But when it is going well, it's great,
Yeah, everyone loves winning, hey. Do you do any funny shit before you run on?
No, I'm just so serious. I just don't really talk. I'm just sitting there that nervous, like
you're that guy, are you? You're that guy.
Playing the game. I played more games than anyone in my head,
That's cool.
Do you feel like visualization? Like the actual
you get serious.
Tactical visualization.
I need to work on it. Mine's probably more just nervous energy. It's almost wasting energy if I'm being honest. Like I probably need to work on those things, and I've got better at it, but it is something I still need to work on. Like game day becomes quite draining for me. Just thinking, especially when it's say an 8 o'clock kickoff or whatever.
It's a long day
all day. It is quite tough at times.
Yeah.
Have you had to overcome any major injuries along the way?
I've had a few. Like when I was young, I broke my leg. That was in 2014, and then I tore my pec, and I've had a shoulder recall and that sort of stuff. But other than that, I've been pretty lucky, touch wood, yeah.
Yeah, that is really lucky that.
What, torn shoulder, torn pec and broken leg? Lucky?
No, but it's, like you say, yeah, I guess that's par for the course these days, isn't it? But
that torn pec's a nasty one.
But 11 years and going strong, and you've got some secrets as to how you've looked after your body, and you recovered well and backed up season after season. And yeah, what would you put it down to?
I don't know. We've got great staff here at Manly Sea Eagles who look after you. We do train really hard in the off season. Like the pre-season's tough. Like sort of learned as I got older. That's not only fitness, but it's about injury prevention and building up resilience. So that's definitely been a big part of it. And I think another thing that's lucky for me is I'm not the fastest guy. So I think that not being overly quick, you don't tear as many muscles. Okay. I don't know. That could just be in my own head. Yeah. But I think that actually might work.
Yeah. But you're putting in more tackles than average. You're probably going more
weapon in the middle.
Yeah, more physical.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I'll probably put it down to all the recovery and that sort of thing, the sports science, all that sort of stuff.
If Donny's was still there, he'd be claiming himself right now.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be going with me.
Yeah.
I had Donny for years.
Shout out Donny Howie, brother. Yeah, he's a good man. I'm a fan.
Love Donny. I had him for years. Yeah.
Yeah. Mate, what's the go with So as soon as you say Donny Singer's name, it just falls apart. Oh. Shit, I've had a blank.
Can we talk about some food?
Can you quick throw something
in? Perhaps we can talk about, do you have a meal you have sort of the night before game, and then if you've got a whole day until your game, what's your food routine, breakfast, snacks throughout the day, hydration?
Yeah, I don't have a preset meal the night before. I'm just happy with whatever. But I find on game day, you'll actually probably have some advice for me. Because I'm nervous and thinking about the game, I struggle to eat on game day.
Okay.
So it's actually quite hard for me. Say we're playing at 8, sometimes the last time I'll eat at midday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow.
So
that's crazy.
That's obviously I've been told that's not the best, but not what you're meant to do. But that's just kind of what I do just for nerves and that. But always try and stay hydrated. That's definitely something.
It's so interesting because we hear this a lot. Like, I wouldn't want to sit here and give advice because whatever you're doing is working for yourself, clearly. So, but the theory would suggest so much different to that. But in practicality, here in real life terms, it just shows that, you have to adapt it to the individual's lifestyle, and that's what's working for you. But yeah, of course, if you were to be able to have some easy digested carbohydrate, sort of 3 hours before game and then an hour before, and then I'd be thinking 10 minutes before, quicker digesting carbs into sugars. All that in the theory is going to make sense for optimal performance, and then getting obviously protein in straight afterwards, which you're probably doing. But the lead up to being able to maximize your fuel availability and utilization. But you just got to go obviously with what's working for you, and you're just thinking what's going to be best on your stomach, and that's it.
Some of the boys, I'm in the sheds or whatever, and they're in there eating food, and I'm like, I don't know how they're doing that. Like,
wow.
But I always struggle to eat before we. I don't know if I should be saying this, but say before we train in the morning, I just won't even have breakfast. But that's just me, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, when we got to run or whatever, being food. Yeah. Don't worry, I make up for it after.
I was going to say, what are we smashing after a game? That's what I want to know.
Oh, don't worry, I'll make up for it after.
Well, that's also a good point, though. Like, you do what you used to for your training. So you used to training pretty much on empty stomach, so you wouldn't go and change that then for a match. So that makes sense. Like, that's what your body's used to.
But not many people do that. They're all eating breakfast before training or eating meals 2, 3, 4 hours out of the game or whatever.
And at halftime, what's going on in the sheds at halftime?
They've got all the gels and that sort of stuff, but I've never really got into them at halftime. I just have water or Gatorade. But one thing I've found is helpful for me pre-game, just staying alert and that sort of thing. I'm always alert, but just why not? Is that your Chaos product?
Oh, good one.
Yeah. Good. So the pre-workout for the gym, I actually like having that like an hour before the kickoff.
Excellent.
Yeah, just for. Like, I don't need to be alert. I'm very alert, but like, why not use it if it helps? You know what I mean? And it definitely does.
Well, that's perfect. That's like so authentically well said, and the perfect time to use it. And like exactly right. It's going to help with focus and clarity, concentration, energy. So a bit of strength. Like, it's a real versatile formulation that covers everything, doesn't it, Greg?
It does, and I mean, game day is so personal.
Yeah.
I don't know how much food I want in my gut if I was hitting up like you are, the meters you're doing, and the work in the middle. I mean, those backs that stand out wide. I mean, you get why they can have a feed and
that's
do what they do. Yeah, but
ask about the
but I've always found that's worked for me, and I guess because I'm always so serious and thinking, sometimes that nervous energy makes you tired or whatever, and then just a bit of chaos, you just,
you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, just relax you.
What do you do to switch off, mate? Like, what turns you off?
I've been playing golf in recent years. That's a good one.
Well, you're the only golfer I know
last
that's
couple
ever
of years,
said that doesn't cause stress.
But golf, no, that does. But I've got 2 dogs. I love walking them too. That's the best.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah. They put everything to perspective, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If you have a shocking game or whatever, they couldn't care less.
Yeah, that's right.
That's awesome. But I've got a few rapid fire questions here. The team asked me to ask you.
Yep.
So we'll put the TikTok on right now. What player did you look up to when you were growing up?
Andrew Johns.
You and another player must survive on a deserted island. Which teammate are you bringing?
Well, me and another player must. Wait, I'm going to take Tom just for
survive.
smarts. You know what I mean?
Yep. Okay.
Tom will work out how we're going to survive.
Yeah, I like that. Favorite cheat meal?
Favorite cheat meal. Jeez, where do I start? Pizza.
Okay, we're probably getting a fair bit of that after a game these days.
Yeah.
Favorite player to watch that's not on your team?
Nathan Cleary.
Yeah, good call. What team did you support before you got? It says drafted here. Like, this is obviously someone who watches the NFL. None.
I obviously went for Manly growing up, but I also did like the Knights because of Joey Johns, you know.
Yeah, okay, cool. What's your favourite and least favourite part of training?
Oh, favourite part. When they say the session's over. Least favourite part is in the preseason when you're just getting absolutely flogged and like forwards are making you get on and off the ground and run and just non-stop.
What's your favourite team to compete against?
Oh, favourite team. I'll tell you who it's not, Penrith, because every time we've played there the last few years, we've got flogged.
Okay. It's that drive. Okay, last one. What player would you like to play alongside that isn't in your current team?
Play alongside. Oh. He doesn't actually play anymore, but I'm going to say Sam Burgess. I always looked up to him. I thought he was a great player.
Yeah.
I know he's a former player. He's a coach, so we'll go with him.
I'd rather him on my side than on the other side too.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Last one. State of origin jersey or Australian jersey?
I'm going to say both. Yeah. Well, like, Australian jersey is the highest honour in the game. So I'm going to say that, but that is not undermining my passion for New South Wales.
No, mate, we've established that early.
That's right.
Sad as it is, it's established.
Very fair. Yeah.
Mate, so you're recently engaged. Your life's taking a whole different path. How does the future for you look? Have we got 15 kids and a big bus, or are we?
Jeez, I don't know.
Or are we?
I get too stressed looking after myself. Imagine having kids.
I was always selfish. I said no more than 2 because I want to travel. And once you got 3 kids, you've got a 1 kid mark. Once you got 3, it's really hard. You come from family of, could you say 4?
3.
4, yeah. I got 4 of us, 4 boys.
Yeah, that's a full car, and that's a lot of units when you go away and stuff. I'm way too selfish for that. I'm a 2.
I'll tell you about it. It was fun.
Yeah.
It would have been. Yeah. Well, you had your own footy teams, didn't you?
That's it.
Exactly. We never did. Well, mate, I just want to say thanks for coming on. I'm not sorry for the stuff around early. It was
no, all good.
Technology's not my key point, and I know you want to go home after training, and it's a real pain in the ass, but we really appreciate you coming on and having a chat. As I said before, I can't believe that we've been associated with the team for so long, and I've never actually met. And Nathan just said to me, he's the best guy you'll ever meet. He was so spewing, couldn't jump on this podcast. He's in Melbourne, and he just went, I really would love to have jumped on this podcast and had a chat to you. He's just that guy you want to go to a barbecue with.
Yeah, no, for sure. When you're down next door, when we're up there, we'll organise a catch-up.
Yeah, that'd be good, mate. I'd love that. I've never said no to a coffee, a beer, or a steak. So any of those 3 I'll fall into, yeah. So
yeah, sounds good. And I'll get them to send you a Manly jersey get rid of that Waratahs one.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. We'll make sure we do. We'll send you a photo, yeah? Proof.
That's gold. Mate, you started this Body Science podcast. Do you want to close it?
Mate, thanks for having me. Great times,
Awesome.
And get into the RTDs if you're listening.
Cheers,
Jake.
Jake.
Pretty good. Cheers, mate. Thanks for coming on.
All right. Thanks, fellas. See you later.
Cheers.
Bye.
Great meeting you. Cheers.
Thanks.